Good afternoon, YouTube. I thought I'd like to show a little bit of one of the new items here. Picked this up the other day at the store. Been looking for one of these AR pistols for a while. Finally settled on this one. This is the Sig Sauer MCX Virtus. It does have a 9-inch barrel. And again, this is a pistol in the 300 blackout configuration. You can see overall approximate dimensions with the stock collapsed on this. 23 inches from the rear of the stock to the front of the barrel. It does have a 3-position slide with it all the way out. We're a little over 27 inches for this. This is the flat dark earth configuration, or their version of flat dark earth. Does have quite a bit of the standard stuff that the typical ARs do have. We did add a forward hand stop on this, and this does not, the hand stops do not violate any ATF, BATF laws. You cannot add a forward grip to this. That would then classify it as a NFA item, and you would need a more than likely a tax stamp. A very funny fact about this and the way that the laws are written, this is an AR pistol, and you can see the size. It's fairly small. This is what makes it a pistol. This rear stock, or this rear brace here, it's an arm brace. The Velcro comes undone and can wrap around your arm, which makes this an AR pistol. However, if you put a regular stock on it, then it becomes an SBR. So it is the 300 Blackout by Sig Sauer, the Virtus. It does have a 9-inch interchangeable barrel. You can swap the barrel out for the 5.56 variant. And it actually is fairly quickly able to disassemble. It's just break down the rifle as normal. The barrel twists right out. You take the front guard off and the barrel comes right out. The current barrel that's in it is a 1 in 5 twist rate. We haven't yet got out to shoot this, but we will be taking it out here very shortly to go shoot it. Another one of the reasons that I bought this MCX Virtus was when we saw it in the store. Some of the ones that are out now are coming with the side folding collapsible stock that folds to the other side, up along the side. I actually preferred this extending stock as it takes no additional side thickness to the gun. I have other guns that have a side folding collapsible stock, and this one actually I believe is a little bit more compact, a little bit more easier to extend than a side folding stock. This variant, the way this one was built, I don't know, it was extremely difficult to find this way. I believe you can just buy this version, this arm brace, and put it on instead of the existing side folding stock that comes on them, but I was just very pleased that it actually was able to find it with this version on it. Another version is the arm braces used to be so gigantic. I mean, it's just, you look at the gun and you're like, wow, that gun's beautiful, and then you see the arm brace and you're like, oh my god, it's horrid. So I was actually very pleasantly surprised that this version, the new side folding stock, is actually very nice. It's not large like the older versions, but something actually that I looked for when purchasing this. The other reason that I purchased this Virtus versus the other one I looked at was the Rattler. The Rattler is very similar to this one, besides being more money for less gun. It's a much shorter version of this gun. So this has a 9-inch barrel. The Rattler has a 5.5-inch barrel, I believe. So the gun cuts off at about here. And I prefer the longer barrel. I mean, it's not by any means a very long barrel, but you want to make sure that you're burning powder in the barrel from the round, And look, 5.56 needs like a 16-inch barrel or longer to burn all the powder that's in there. But that's why we went with the 9-inch barrel on this. I want to make sure it's a little bit better to burn the powder that's in there. I hear that the 300 blackout's actually better at burning the powder than the 5.56 in that short period of time from the in the barrel length. It's a piston gun with a free-floating M-LOK handguard. This does come in 4 different lengths. So you can add, if you're looking to add a suppressor to this, you would put the suppressor on the MCX, and then you can add a longer handguard to it to cover up the majority of the suppressor to maybe kind of look like an integrated suppressor. And we may end up going that route when our suppressor comes in close to, what, 10 to 12 months for this. And we did end up going with the titanium 762 Ti suppressor from Sig Sauer with this. We're going to keep the whole gun Sig Sauer. This pistol does have 2 QD attachments on each side of the pistol. So if you're going to put it on a small sling. We also did get the Romeo 4S Sig Sauer red dot sight. And this is a 1x20 millimeter sight with the dual power management. It has small solar cells on the top, as well as a one of those nickel batteries that fit in there, and it's claimed 100,000 hour battery life. So you can turn it on, you can set the weapon down. After, I think, 2 minutes or so, the light will turn off. And then if you pick it up again, it has motion activated, so the light will fire back up. The light does have 4 reticles on it, or a quad reticle system. And as we can see here, this is the ballistic circle plex reticles. So it has a, you see here, a plus with a couple of drops, circle with the plus, circle with the plus with a couple of drops as well. They also comes available in just the dot reticle, but those are the 4 variants of this sight. This is the 1.41 absolute co-witness riser mount that came with it, and it also comes with a low profile mount as well, and as we can see here, and this would be the low profile mount that comes with the Romeo 4S. Very excited to get out and shoot this, see what it can do out on the range. This is primarily a home defense weapon, as well as a close target weapon for target shooting. Maybe 100 yards probably or less, be shooting with this. It does have an ambidextrous safety, ambidextrous mag release, a 2-sided charging handle, the 3-position brace. I went ahead and added some of the ladder grips here to the top as well, the rubber ladder grips. We also added a Fab Defense AGR 43 grip. This AGR 43 has a much nicer texture to it and rubbery, so it gives you a better feel and a better grip on the MCX. Compared to the original Sig Sauer grip that came on it, which you can see is plastic, just a hard plastic. It's smooth. I prefer the grippier tactical feel to this grip than the smooth plastic. Since the dealer did state that this will accept PMags in the 5.56 caliber, I'm actually wondering if it'll take the PMag D60, which will make it pretty fun. This gun will utilize both the 7.62x35 identified 300 blackout mags, as well as the 5.56x45 PMags. Just make sure that if you are shooting both a 300 blackout and a 5.56 rifle, that you do identify the correct mags that you're putting in the weapon. You do not want a catastrophic failure by shooting the wrong rounds out of this gun. Show you the difference in the rounds. This is a 5.56 round green tip, and this is the 300 blackout. Same size cartridge casing, but chambered in a 30 caliber round versus a basically 22, high-powered 22. Yeah, that should be pretty fun. We'll do another follow-up video on this pistol when we get it out to the range. There'll be a couple times here. We'll get out to the range, do the first initial shooting with it, and then we'll do another follow-up video when our Sig Sauer 762 titanium suppressor comes in, and we'll shoot both supersonic and subsonics out of it at that time. We'll also do a test and see if the D60 mag works for this item. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.